All right, what's up, everybody? This is episode 22, the fAnaticZ podcast. I'm Damien.
Frankie.
Dylan.
Shit, what we got going this week? Everything seems to be winding down, except for I guess the Suns. The Suns are starting to make moves.
Yeah. What do you guys
Yeah,
think about Richards coming in?
we finally got ourselves a center. It's a lot quicker than Nurkic and a lot more athletic.
Dude, at this point a freaking coat rack would be as useful as what we're using Nurk for.
Yeah, it makes me think like we're gonna we keep pummeling, but like what will we even get Nurkic for? Because I think at this point Nurkic is gone. He keeps being
Look,
healthy scratched.
there's so many teams that don't want to take that heavy of a contract for his kind of play.
Yeah, I know. We've been pointing that out the whole season so far.
But the nice thing about getting Richards is he's only 27. He's got a lot of room to grow still. And he's easily more athletic than anybody we've had on the roster already.
Yeah, I think it's kind of sad to lose Okogie, although it's good. We got the trade at a good value, but Okogie was the second most tenured Sun behind Devin Booker on the team. So now it's just a bunch of new people in Devin Booker.
Not to mention, Akogi was that guy that no matter what situation you needed him to come in and do something, he could go in and do it.
Gonna miss him for sure. He was definitely a glue guy, but we needed to make that move, so I'm okay with it.
Now, do
More
you guys?
second round picks that we lost though too. We gave him what, 3 second round picks?
I was gonna
I think
say,
it's
yeah,
two.
we got one in
Was it
return,
two or
but
three? I think it's okay.
Yeah, but that's just more draft picks that we don't have now. Going more all in on a center, you know.
That's okay. I mean, hey, what can we really do at this point? We're not
do you
gonna. We're gonna be in a bad spot if we just have rookies. In this team that we have right now, it's not gonna be any different than not
do
having
you
those
think
picks.
do you think we make another move?
I mean, we have to.
I mean, Nurkic,
Yeah, we
like
have.
I was saying, I think
Not
Nurkic
keep.
is going, but I don't know where and for who, you
We're
know.
not keeping Nurkic. That's already been determined that we're not keeping him, or he would be playing in games. But yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know who wants him, but
Not only
or,
that, but it's just like
or what
every
even
time
could be done.
every time we get some momentum or something start going right with Brad Beal, he gets hurt.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Jimmy Butler trade is done, and that's why he's not playing.
Who knows? I mean, it would be very intriguing, especially after. I don't know if you guys saw Kevin Love's social media post about supposedly Jimmy's meeting with ownership, and it was like from the Wolf of Wall Street.
Well, I guess reports out there were saying that Jimmy told Pat Riley that he wasn't going to sign a long-term contract extension at all, or any kind of extension. So
I feel like Pat Riley's the kind of guy though that would just let him sit it out and then let him go.
Yeah, he is. I could see that happening, but
But also at the same time, with how Miami looks, you kind of at least want to get something for him before he walks.
no, they don't care. They do not care.
That's
He's
fair because this is also the guy that let Wade, LeBron, etc. Leave.
yeah,
yeah. Well, at
Like
least we'll get to see what Oso and Plumlee really have now that we got Nick Richards because they'll be pushed. They won't just be the saviors. They'll be actual backups.
my thing is what are we gonna do with Bol Bol? He's just sitting on the bench.
he can go
I think
right
that's
back
what he'll
in.
do.
I don't know.
I think we'll just keep sitting him on the bench. I mean, he's a good person to have just in case. I don't think Mike Budenholzer was thinking about Bol when he took the job.
Right.
But you don't think he'd be used as like a trade chip or anything like that?
I don't know. I just don't. I don't think his value is high. To be honest, I'm not one of these. Oh, we need to play Bol guys. So I don't know.
We
I
don't
don't
really
know
hear
how
anybody
other
say that.
teams view Bol. He's been in the league forever and done a whole lot of nothing. So who
I tell
knows?
you, this whole Sun situation is just like, I like what Bradley Beal has done since he's onto the bench. It's still the same aspect. He plays 3 or 4 games. He looks either really good, he's either a mixed bag, or after that third or fourth game, he's on the bench.
I mean, he's on the bench tonight too.
Yeah, not playing. Luckily, we play Washington, so I would be very concerned if we lost this game anyway, but still.
I wouldn't be
Right.
surprised if we lost this game. Honestly, this is the
Oh,
type of games we've been losing this year.
I mean, we did lose to Charlotte.
Oh, I know. That was so rough.
So I'm almost kind of expecting them to play shitty. To be honest.
Fingers crossed, though, because I think we can get back to 500 tonight, which is sad to say because you have that much money tied into 3 people, and you should not be fighting to be 20-20, 40 games in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Suns are a very disaster. It's a disaster to watch them play basketball. I like them; they're my favorite team, but it makes me sad. Thinking, oh, we're gonna win this game, and then we don't win the game.
No,
Nobody
yeah,
can play basketball down the stretch anymore. It's crazy. Well, except for Kevin Durant. I can't say that Kevin Durant is not good down the stretch because he is. But I mean, and Booker's getting back in the Booker form, so
but yeah, they
everybody
definitely
else has
need
to
more
do.
help.
Yeah, for sure.
They can't be the only two that carry the entire team through the all 4 quarters. Everybody else has to at least put in something.
Yeah, it's depressing to watch and even to talk about. But hey, at least they're trying to do stuff. This Nick Richards move, people might not think it's much, but it's definitely the type of move that says we're going in the right direction, I guess.
Right.
And more to come.
Yeah, it definitely has to be more to come.
I'm excited just to see him in that first game. Just
I'll be
he's
excited if
actually
we can get rid of Nurkic. I'm done with
I
him.
know. I'm just waiting for his ass to go.
I tell you what, he's not gonna leave a great Yelp review about Phoenix.
I mean,
Definitely.
as he shouldn't. He shouldn't. I mean, but at the same time, he did it to himself. Let's just be honest. He didn't. He can't stay on the damn court.
See, my thing is, I think for anything to move with that, we're gonna have to find a third team,
Or just one team that really wants the money, like they can get off of a player whose money matches Nurkic's money exactly. That's another way that teams will take it. Like a lot of teams used to do that with Russell Westbrook when nobody wanted him. They're like, oh, we got expiring contracts that equal up to his his money, so we'll just exchange one, those guys for him, and then when he gets off of our team, he'll be off the books, and that money will be off of our books. And they usually just keep him for a year, and then after that year, they can save all that money because they exchange all those big contracts for his contract, and then obviously only keep him that contract on your books for 1 year. Maybe they do that with Nurkic, buy him out, or some team just takes them to do a money move for their salary. I don't know. There's teams that could use Nurkic, so it's not like he's terrible. I feel like if you put Nurkic with a real center and you put him at power forward, you could do something, So who knows? Maybe he'll go in like a Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle situation with somebody. I could see that working, but he's not. I don't think he's that finesse to be able to play that role, but he's not rugged enough to be like a real center. So I don't know.
I was gonna say he just doesn't fit the pace of a lot of teams anymore.
Yeah, and also it's like his skill set it's like, hey, he needs to be like DeAndre Ayton. It's the same thing. There are players that need to be more a focal point of the offense than just some guy getting rebounds. They don't want to just be some guy that's just there for rebounds. They want to fucking contribute in a big way when that hurts the team, though.
My biggest thing is just like it's wild for the injury report to say, oh, illness. It's like everybody knows what's going on. You don't.
Yeah, that's wild. But at
Yeah,
the
that was
same
all over the
time,
bag yesterday. Illness, healthy scratch. Nobody could get the reporting right with it.
yeah, it's because somebody's telling the truth and somebody's lying. That's always how it is with journalism, and you got to figure out who's who, and it's really tough
Right.
because the players and the teams, they lie to the journalists. So the journalist is out here thinking that he has the right information, but he literally just got lied to because they're trying to play some media game, or they don't want to hurt Nurkic's value to trade him. They don't want people to think, oh, Phoenix doesn't even want you, so why would we want to trade for you? Why would we give an asset to someone who doesn't want what they're trying to give us? You know, that's how negotiation works. If I actively know you don't want this person, then I can give you lower value for it because I know you're trying to get rid of it, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe that's the reporting is to shield Nurkic from, you know, being looked at as someone who doesn't really have a lot of value, which we're finding out he doesn't really have a lot of value.
I was gonna say because the initial talks were basically him going to Charlotte for Richards, and then they were like, how about no?
I bet you they walked into the locker room like, how would you guys like Yusuf Nurkic to be on your team? And everybody's like, why the fuck would we do that? And then they're like, yeah, that's actually a bad
I
idea.
know.
We're not going to do Nurkic. Never mind. We'll get Josh Okogie.
Be like,
That's
oh,
crazy.
what is that? What is that, brother?
Right.
What
Right, for
about
sure.
Draymond?
Jesus Christ. Yeah,
I tell
man.
you know one player I wish we could have on the Suns? Lauri Markkanen from Utah.
Nice. I like Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, we haven't been linked to him for a couple years. I think that's been a squash deal.
Yep, definitely big squashed.
Yeah,
Hey, that'd be cool if there was some way we could pull that off, though, but I highly, highly doubt that. It just doesn't make any sense. Kevin Durant, we have Kevin Durant.
right.
Lauri Markkanen's like a Best Buy version of Kevin Durant that isn't as good, you know? It's like, yeah, he's good, but he's a number one option on a team. He's not like, oh, yeah, we'll bring him in to be third fiddle. But now we got to stop doing that. We got to stop bringing a third superstar in thinking that they're going to solve our problems. There's only one basketball. We need to trade Nurkic to a team that wants to give us a bunch of randos, but good randos. You know, like fucking like Malcolm Brogdon level players. You know, we need some of those guys on our team. You know, because when KD and Booker get off the floor, somebody, or when they're not having good days, we need somebody that can consistently be like 14, 15 points. You know.
I was gonna say, not only that, but it's like you mentioned, the minute Book and KD leave the floor, the energy absolutely disappears.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense the way the team plays without them. And the team isn't even built to play without them. Like one of them needs to be on the floor at all times.
Yeah,
Right, literally. Yeah.
because the way this roster was constructed, unfortunately, it's like the top three players, and then everybody else basically. But the way it should have been is two main guys, then you fill out the rest of the, you have Book and KD, then you fill out the rest with, quality 6-man rotation guys. Not, just, oh, hey, we got to fill out the rest of the roster with salary minimums.
Yeah, for sure. We need quality rotation players, and I think what this trade or the Bradley Bill trade, if we trade Bradley, it's starting to look like we're not even going to trade him. But one of those guys, we let's just get picks and players like Kevin Herters, you know, like Malik Monks. We need those guys. I don't want no more superstars. I don't care if we even get
Yep.
Jimmy Butler.
Herter and Monk are good 3-and-D guys.
Exactly. We need those dudes. We need fucking Gershon Yersabelli, you know, like someone like that. Even though he's a rook, but he's just like not he's not going to be the ticket headliner guy. He's just there to do the dirty work. He knows that. He knows he's a third stringer, you know what I mean? Like a second stringer. We need people like that, not people that my legacy, my pride is hurt when I go to the bench, which is fine for Bradley Bill because he was the number one option for fucking 15 years. So I get where he's coming from. That makes total sense. But we don't need to have that with half the starting lineup. You know, half the starting lineup can't have the ego of a number one player.
Yeah, I was gonna say because we literally have 3 ball dominant players.
Yeah, and like when they play off the ball, none of them are good. And maybe Kevin Durant's the best at doing it, and maybe Book can point Book, but we don't win with point Book. Point Book just gets 17 assists, and we still end up losing the game by 5
Turn
points.
the ball over a lot more too.
Yeah, just doesn't. It's not good. I don't like it.
You're gonna Kevin Durant struggling to turn the ball over too all the time.
For sure.
What makes this team successful is when we have Tyus doing the drive and the dime.
Yeah, and then Tyus Jones needs to step it up too. I know he's a beloved new acquisition, but he's not scoring points, man.
No, he's.
I mean, he's here to assist, but he's also here to like score 10 to 15 points too. That's what he was doing when he was in the other team. He was shooting threes at a crazy clip. That was supposed to be like a part of his game. I don't know.
Yeah. So
and he's a defensive liability as well. Another defensive liability on the floor. So I gotta play some goddamn defense, man. But I guess point guards are not as expected to be like defensively good.
Patrick Beverly.
No.
You said defense.
No, I would love somebody like Pat Bev in his prime or like a Drew Holiday, but not now, Pat Bev, not 2025 Pat Bev. He's probably broken down, dude. He's like playing in like what is it called?
Hey, did you guys see that? We were linked to Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot lately. I just don't know why we're being linked to Lonzo Ball.
Hasn't even played a game yet. I don't even.
Yeah, he's been playing, bro.
He took over the starting role in Chicago, bro.
Oh shit.
But yeah, he's looking solid. But yeah, I don't know why. Like, we have enough issues as it is. We don't need to bring in more. I mean, I like Lonzo as a player. I'm happy that he's coming back from a big injury, but we kind of need to fix other things first. Point guard is not our problem.
Yeah, like I don't get what bringing Lonzo Ball solves. Like maybe he's a better defender, and I don't know. Like what does bringing Lonzo Ball do? Maybe it brings his brother into town with that cool new song he has.
Let's see if LeVar wants to go on the show.
Whoa.
Yeah, hey.
Let's see if LeVar wants to go on the show and explain what Lonzo can do for the Suns.
Oh, that's right though. That the Suns were a destination for LeVar at the beginning. He wanted them to come to the Suns. He wanted Lonzo to play with Devin Booker. I think that's what he wanted. So maybe that's still a thing. Maybe I wouldn't mind him coming off the bench. He just gets hurt too much to be the starter.
Who would you swing to bring in Lonzo?
You know what I would trade? I would trade our last second round pick, Monty Morris, and that's it. Yeah, if I know that wouldn't be enough for them, but that's what I would offer. Hey, I'll give you Monty Morris, another point guard, and I'll give you a second round pick. It's Lonzo Ball. He's super hurt. Like,
well, I was gonna say we could use one of our two-way contract guys.
Oh, what we could do is we could send Yusuf Nurkic over there for Lonzo Ball, and Patrick Williams. Is that his name?
I think so.
Yeah, Patrick Williams, Lonzo Ball. We'll give you Nurkic, and you give us picks.
See, but fans in Chicago is like, what's in it for us?
That's so funny. They get Nurkic. Oh yeah, they got Vujacic. Damn, but they're trying to trade Vujacic, so maybe they trade Vujacic.
Dude, I would be down with Vujacic.
Yeah, he's a baller. I like him.
I would love Vujacic, dude.
He can shoot the three as well.
Yeah, he's nice, man. He can do it all. He's a real center that can actually shoot the three.
And rebound.
And yeah, exactly. Like that's what I mean by real center. Like he does the real center shit, and then he can also space flow. And he gets like 3 assists a game. He's not bad.
Shit, Boston were good. Like get a center like Al Horford too, man. Fuck.
Yeah, Horford's so old though.
I know, but he's still getting it done.
Yeah, he is. He's like freaking ageless, man. He really does still get it done, man. I'm so happy he won a championship. That's so.
I'm happy. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm glad Horford got his ring.
Yeah, Horford is one of my favorite players. I'm You know how I'm one of those horrible Arizona sports fans that has a second team from the East Coast because you have to.
Dude, OG like Horford at was a freaking stud.
Boston is my second favorite team, but I don't choose teams based on like I choose teams based on geography, obviously Arizona, but
Yeah.
after that, it's like certain teams that made me want to play the sport. Like the reason why I like Boston is that Paul Pierce, Rondo, that's when Boston became my second favorite team is when they had that squad. Before it was Dallas with Dirk and Nash and. But yeah, and then in the NFL, of course, it's Cardinals and it's Baltimore. But same reason, Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, Jamal Lewis, those boys made me want to strap up and play football, which I did. And then I got to meet Big Red and Marcel Ship at Cardinals camp in Glendale when I went to Cards camp as a
Dude, that's
kid.
pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I remember
I met Ken Wisenhunt when I was in my early teens.
Nice, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
I met a bunch of other Cardinals players that day, but I only remember Ship.
I hopefully someday do meet one of them, or heck, if we're lucky enough, we'll have one as a guest.
Yeah, that'll happen at some point for sure.
Hey, if nothing else, I feel like we can get Tip Ryman on here.
I don't think we can get Tip Ryman after we trashed him on that one episode. We went pretty hard on old Tip. But he did fuck up pretty big in that game.
He was 1 yard shy.
Bro, he literally got every penalty in that game that set us back to lose. It was all Tip Ryman's fault. Like that was the whole game just on his own shoulders the way he blew. Well, how many times are you gonna fucking false start in one game, bro? Jesus Christ.
Dang.
Why are we talking about the Cardinals?
No clue.
We just got dipped right into it, but
Hey, yeah. Well, while we're here, do you guys want to continue talking about them?
Sure.
I guess.
Why, you still had something on the Suns?
We had a good end of the season.
Yeah, the season ended the right way for Kyler Murray, Trey McBride, and Jonathan Gannon, and Monty Austin Ford, and Buddha. No, I'm just kidding. The Cardinals did the thing. They won the game like they always do when nothing matters. Love it. Gotta love it.
They have the 16th pick of the draft.
See, that is
smack in the middle.
Good.
Smack in the middle. So
imagine being a game under 500 and still getting the 16th pick.
I know the NFL was brutal this year. Like Minnesota was 15-2 or 14-2. They still ended up being a wild card and didn't even make the divisional round. How does that even happen?
It's gonna be
crazy ass season.
It's gonna be interesting offseason to see if Darnold's back in Minnesota or somebody else takes a gamble.
I think somebody else is taking a gamble, brother. I think it's pretty clear.
Listen, so my gut feeling is Rodgers' two teams is going to be Minnesota or Las Vegas Raiders.
If Rodgers goes to Minnesota, then the NFL is scripted and rigged.
But listen, like he's going to follow Brett Favre's footsteps. Rodgers is going to retire.
That's why it would be
scripted. Rodgers or Jefferson, and then watch Devontae maybe fall into Minnesota somehow.
No.
Imagine that shit.
Can't happen.
Imagine that shit. No, but that can happen. If Minnesota has the money and they can pay it, that can happen.
That's madness.
You have Devontae and Justin Jefferson.
That wouldn't happen.
Aaron Jones. And their tight end.
And TJ Hawkinson, no way.
Yes, way. They can't make that happen.
Hold up. They just lost their divisional playoff game with Sam Darnold. Do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to improve that?
I mean, I don't think so, but
I mean, just based on the way Aaron Rodgers played last year, nobody's gonna want him, dude. Nobody's
gonna go with the rook.
You gotta go with the rookie, bro. You have to. You drafted him super high. This is what I would do. I would franchise tag Sam Darnold, and keep him in Minnesota, and I would have him back up JJ. And if JJ sucks, fuck it, we'll just roll with Sam. We know he at least can get us to the playoffs. If JJ is just awful, but if JJ is at least even decent and he wins like a couple games, he don't got to make the playoffs. But if we got a guy, why not stick with who you loved and drafted high? You know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be interesting to see what we do this year, though, in the draft. Because I feel like if we don't find okay, so we either need to get a good D tackle, a good lineman, or if we don't see anybody we like, trade it for an established edge rusher or, veteran wide receiver.
So I've seen quite a few mock drafts like ESPN, NFL, Tankathon, all these ones out there. Literally half and half has the Cardinals passing on Ashton Genty, and then the other half is having Ashton Genty still available out of the ones that's left at 16. Like I feel like that's like obviously like the no-brainer left available if he's still there.
We already have enough running backs. We don't.
That's what I say about Cam Scatabo though. When people bring up about him coming here as a second or possibly third rounder, teams are dumb enough to let him go that far.
See, but I could see him more of like us taking him like in the third or fourth round as opposed to, with a first and a second round pick, which is more, waged towards a big need.
Yeah, we're not taking him in the first, no doubt. Nobody's taking Cam in the first. That's just not going to happen.
But in regards to Ashton Genty, though,
nah, I don't think any running back. I think those days are over, bro.
you said he'd be down to play with Kyler, though.
If we could stack him up, we'd probably get him. I mean, at the end of the day, James Conner turned 30. They gave him money. They're gonna get another running back if Trey doesn't. If they don't like Trey, if they already like Trey, then there's nothing to talk about. They're not gonna just go get running backs. We don't really need running backs.
Right.
There's no reason just to go get running backs. I say we need. I don't know why we still need receivers. Like I feel like we still need receivers. Like we need a speedy receiver. We need a receiver that's like CeeDee Lamb. That's supposed to be Marvin Harrison Jr. So I'll let him pan out.
Yeah, Zay Jones was a bust, major bust.
Yeah, Zay Jones. I think Kyler likes Zay Jones though because he was trying to get him the ball hella in those last two games. Maybe he's trying to build like a rapport with him or something. So maybe they like him and they're just like, maybe we need to figure out what we're doing with you. Michael Wilson's a stud. I love Michael Wilson. I think he's great. He's a big possession receiver. He's like our Mike Evans, I guess. But we need another one. Kyler needs those possession receivers, bro. If Trey, Michael Wilson, and then we get another stud that can just catch the ball like through chaos. Kyler needs chaotic people like Greg Dortch. That's why Greg Dortch is his favorite target because Greg Dortch is literally always moving. Say, the route broke down. Kyler's going left. I'm going left. Kyler needs me to come back.
We did pick up wide receivers though. We picked up 2 from Philly.
Who?
Fuck. It was cool. It's Watkins. I don't know. Let me look it up. Hold on.
When we picked them up?
Hold on. I'm looking at it.
Juju Watkins. That's so funny. I just said that. I don't think that's the person's name.
Yeah, no.
Quez Watkins.
Watkins. We got Quez?
Yeah, we got Quez to a futures contract.
That's sick, actually.
But I'm trying to find that one more, though. We got another one from Philly.
Yeah, Quez. I mean, Quez is dope, but Quez is kind of like a practice squad dude, huh?
I mean, Gannon knows what.
That's true. Gannon's a Philly guy, so he's probably going to play him.
He caught one pass in the Super Bowl against Kansas City for 8 yards.
That's what I'm saying. He don't play. He really doesn't play. He's just there in case Dortch gets hurt.
I could have sworn I saw another wide receiver, but I'm not seeing it.
Talking. There we go.
I could have sworn we saw another wide receiver, but yeah, we for sure got Quez.
What do you guys think of T. Higgins?
I love T. Higgins. I think T. Higgins is going to be too expensive for anything we got going on.
You think so?
Man, that's Trey's money. That's Trey's money when that time comes.
Yeah, T. Higgins is a bona fide number 2, maybe even a fringe 1 on some teams. So we don't have money for him. I would love him though. He would. I think we just need to make MHJ pan out more. Coach him up, whatever he needs to do. Boom, Michael Wilson, throw him the ball a tad bit more in the red zone. It's really weird that he doesn't get the ball down there because whenever he does, he usually scores a touchdown. So you
No,
got to do more.
what was
What?
weird having Trey McBride and then not finding him in the end zone until the last couple of games.
I think Marvin Harrison Sr. was on the phone. Like, hey, when we get into the red zone, my boy needs to get that damn rock. So because we tried to go to Marvin Harrison Jr. every time we were in the red zone, dude. He at least got one target every time, which is
Against the
good.
Niners, yeah.
Yeah, I mean against everyone. He led the league in rookie touchdowns for like half the season, maybe even more. So he was getting the rock in the end zone, and he was the only one.
Those
Like James
throws were
Conner wasn't
those
even scoring.
those throws were beauties against the Niners. I'm like, where the fuck was this, man? When we
That's
needed it the
that's
most.
frustrating
Man.
though with Kyler too, because he does be having those fucking picture perfect moments. But it's not just him, dude. Sometimes Marvin Harrison literally has his head the opposite way, his body the wrong way, not in the right place. And sometimes Kyler just misses. It's just like that's the game. He's 60. He's one of the most accurate people in the league. But I think he needs to watch a little film sometimes on, hey, when he's doing this, touch pass. When he's doing this, bullet pass. Kyler's throwing rockets. Kyler's throwing fucking missiles. But
He needs to run after the ball though. If Kyle's throwing it a little short, don't just stand there. The corner's gonna fucking swat that shit or
for
pick it off every
sure.
time.
And that's
So
that's that's kind of true too. That's a great point.
he's gotta watch some Jetta tape because you see Justin Jefferson, bro. You know how Darnold is with his,
Yeah. Man,
So
watch
you
Jetta,
see,
watch Fitz.
you see broadcasters pointing all the time. He's like, look at Jefferson run after the ball still and complete.
Right.
Like Marvin
Good
don't do that
receivers
yet.
know that.
So like hopefully like by preseason, if he does play preseason, which in my opinion he should, because his rookie season he didn't at all, which
I
might
think
have been
that
him in the ass a little bit. But if he
Yeah.
does play next preseason, hopefully he can start running after that ball.
Yeah, man,
So
and coming back to it more. He started coming back to it and running through shit at the end of the season. I was like, man, he looked like a totally different guy. He looked like he had way more juice towards the end of the season. So I'm sure he's gonna watch. They're gonna show him, hey, look at this is what you looked like before, and now this is what you kind of look like at the end. We want this from the beginning next year.
I
I'm just
know.
I'm just happy the way the last game went overall because we have a lot of great young pieces in the secondary. Garrett Williams, Clark, I could go on. Our secondary is going to be dope going forward.
We
Good.
were talking wide receivers. I had like a massive light bulb. You're gonna say T Higgins is expensive. He probably is too, but you never know. Tyreek.
And
Tyreek
I've
is
heard
looking his way out of Miami.
I've heard trade rumors that link us and Monty to giving them a call.
Second, I would easily give Miami a second
What
for
if Miami
Tyreek.
wants? What if Miami wants Buda Baker?
They ain't getting Buda Baker.
No, why?
Well, I'm just
We're
saying.
not
What if they
trading
want?
you. We're not.
What if they want somebody good?
If they
Like
want Baker, it's a bye bye.
the thing about it is, you're not just gonna get a player like Tyreek for someone whack. You're not gonna just be like, yeah, we'll give you some practice
But
squad
we got
guys.
D Hop for us, just a second rounder.
That's
You
true.
see all these high
That's
profile
true.
players just going for
It was
like
just
even lately for third and fourth round picks, and you have all these athletes be like, "Oh, that's disrespectful." Like
That's
they
true.
should
We,
at
we
least
do
gotten
we
a
do
second round pick.
we do have hella picks. We could make something happen.
as
Dude,
much.
Tyreek and Kyler
Yeah,
would be insane, bro.
you have Kyler and Tyreek speed, and plus Trey.
Oh
Dude.
my!
And then you got James Conner pounding the rock. What could they do? Oh man. Look at this is where Arizona fans get going wrong. We get all high in the sky with these stupid ideas.
I know. This is my fault. My
We
fault.
get shot back down to reality. Tyreek
I know.
comes here, doesn't ball out. That would break my heart, and that would
That's
confirm
my
that we
fault.
were cursed.
Hey, next year we're going to the Super Bowl.
Hey,
Look at
but
this guy.
I don't think it's like doubtful though. I feel like there's a slim chance that we could make it happen, but it's not doubtful though. So
Honestly,
Right,
like
right. I feel like there's a slim chance.
with with this staff with Monty, I feel like anything's possible. I think we're gonna do something that's gonna at least surprise us.
Well, I
like
hope
bigger
they
than
pull out all the
Hopkins
stops for Kyler Murray
surprises.
this year.
Hey, either way, this is the season. This is the off season that we have the cash to spend. So it's playoffs or bust
If we
next year.
have it, if we have realistic cash to spend, and we're talking about edge rushers, Khalil Mack is available.
He's thinking about retirement, but I do love that idea if he doesn't.
I
Nah, he's
don't
got
like
that
that.
motor left.
I don't like that. He's thinking about retirement. Let that boy retire. Let's get someone young. We need to draft someone. We got number 16 in the draft. That's perfect. That's the best spot you could pick. I don't
Oh, yeah.
want a top 10 pick.
Think
Top
about it.
10 picks.
Think about it. We'll have Ujulari coming back next year too.
Yep. And then we'll use our 16 overall pick to draft someone from Georgia, edge rusher from Georgia. I don't care who it is. Give me an edge rusher from Georgia or somewhere that Alabama. Not this Alabama. It has to be Georgia.
No.
Give me a Georgia edge rusher because they always work. They always work out, and then you can do whatever else you want on the draft. We just need someone down there to be on the same D-Rob and the new edge rusher can go crazy, and then our linebackers can line back, and then we'll be good.
I tell you what, next year though, it's gonna be our key linebackers are gonna be Mac Wilson and Ujulari, I believe. They're gonna be the anchors.
Kaiser's a free agent, from my
Kaiser's
understanding.
gone, bro.
Yeah, he wants
I
that
saw that. I saw that Instagram. Who was it that was telling him go get the bag?
Mac.
Mac Wilson,
Yeah,
yeah,
Matt.
the person
Yeah,
who's going to
on
take a
Instagram.
spot.
He's
But
basically
it wasn't just him, dude. It was everyone. All the players were saying goodbye, goodbye on his pin. Like, damn.
Mac, this is your team, bro.
Yeah, they're like, we love you, man. Like, you know how it is. Like when you're losing a brother, you can tell they're sad, and that only means it's confirmed that he's 100% not coming back unless they give him a bag, which is
I was gonna say
makes sense.
it's that's a big locker room loss right there.
That's a team loss. That's a big team loss, and there'll be a big loss on Madden. I get most of my picks with him from the linebacker spot.
Man, that's great.
I'm happy we're keeping Mac Wilson though. He totally showed up and showed out.
Dude,
They better pay that man some money.
He was a
He can't lose the whole.
beware.
Yeah, and some players are scheme players too. Like that's why Zach Allen left. He didn't want to play in the scheme that was going to be implemented once he left. And he's like, "Man, I'm having career years with Vance Joseph. Let me go with Vance." And he did, and they're doing great. He's like one of the best. Man, it makes me sick to think about how we had Zach Allen here, and we're like, we need a new edge rusher when Chandler Jones leaves, and the dude is literally sitting right there on the team. Dude, somebody needs to get fired over that.
I look at it this way though. They're trending up. We're gonna have a good off season. We're gonna have a good camp. Everybody's gonna get ready to get to work. And speaking of camp, we are about less than a month away from pitchers and catchers reporting.
Already?
Yeah.
Fucking, that goes by quick.
They start reporting February 12th.
That was quick.
Yeah, they do the little winter meetings and then shit gets real.
So I'm excited to have Corbin Burns as our ace.
That's crazy to think that we're calling somebody else our ace over Zach Gallen.
Well,
no, it still doesn't even sound correct.
Doesn't. That's the think that we have the best rotation in baseball.
Top 10. Top 5.
Even Scott Boras was saying in his press interview that we're a team to reckon with now.
Well, yeah, because I mean, from 1 to 5, and even if you want to run a 6, we have Burns, Gallen, Kelly, Rodriguez, Fad, and if you want to, Montgomery, if we don't trade him.
Yeah, I mean, if he can play well, I mean, he's in, like I said last time, he's in a position where he has to play well to kind of bring back his value. Because even if we don't keep him, somebody else has to pay him, and you're paid off of your performance, So he's not going to go out there and slump it. So that's at least good to know that we can be confident because all these players, honestly, that are really need to produce, they're in contract years. So.
And I tell you what, it's nice to actually have a full rotation that actually matches our offense.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's the biggest thing because and even our fielding is super good too. So if we can tie it all together, let's go back to the World Series.
You guys think there's gonna be any moves for the bullpen yet? Because I feel like we still got some pieces we got to get still.
Yeah, we've not done a lot in terms of bullpen. I think we brought in a couple guys with camp deals, but nothing other than in terms of big reliever kind of.
We content with just Josh Naylor addition at bat?
Not really. Not me, at
I
least.
know.
Hope not. We need to
So
lock it down after this, 6th, 7th inning.
yeah, I feel like we still got some holes to fill.
There's
At
this guy
bat
that's on
and
the New York Yankees we should get. His name is Christian Walker. No, I'm kidding. He would be super good on the Diamondbacks.
you mean Paul Goldschmidt?
Yeah. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Jingleheimer Goldschmidt. His name is my name too.
And like I love Goldie. That hurt. What is with former Diamondbacks players going to New York?
It's the same thing with former New York players coming to the Arizona. They just love to swap. Randy Johnson was like, you know what? I'm done playing for Arizona. Let me go play for New York.
I don't know. Like I absolutely got sick to my stomach when I saw Randy Johnson as a Yankee, and I'm gonna feel the same way with freaking Goldschmidt.
I think it was
so weird.
I think since I've already lived through the Randy situation, and I'm a secret. I like the Yankees on the low. It's all good. I respect the Yankees, man. I respect the Derek Jeter and A-Rod days. That was baseball when I was growing up.
Yeah, I loved beating Derek Jeter in the World Series. That was fun.
Even though I like the Yankees, I always sided with their rivals. Like when Roger Clemens pitched for Boston, dude, I would always be like, get him good, strike him out.
Dude.
But Roger Clemens was just badass anyway, so just to watch.
Man, I remember.
Speaking of the Yankees, I got destroyed by Garrett Cole on the show.
That's so funny. I don't even play the show no more. It just sits on my PlayStation 5 and just collects dust.
Oh man.
Because I only play for these sports games. I only play story mode. Like Dylan got me into playing online. I never used to play online. I would just play story mode and then never play the game again.
For what game?
Any sports game, NBA, Madden, all that shit. I would just play my career. All right, boom, the career's over. Maybe I'll make another position and get halfway through and be like, I've already played all this, and then abandon the game. If homies come over and they want to play, let's go 1-up, I'll do that. But I would never play online.
Man.
But until Dylan, I was seeing Dylan like, all right, I'll play online.
Dude, I miss that.
He's starting to send me clips now.
Yeah, the only game I played online like that before was UFC. And you get fucked up online, bro. You'll be beating someone up and they just take you down and submit you. And there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, that's a game you'll probably beat me on is UFC.
For sure.
I ain't even trying that one.
But you're good at video games, so you might be able to get it.
Possibly. I've been on that Black Ops 6 shit.
Is that fun?
Oh, yeah, I like it.
Dude,
nice.
Jump down a Diamondbacks rabbit hole. Now we're talking about UFC.
Well, yeah, because it's not really much to talk about with the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, we're getting towards the end.
We're getting towards the beginning. Because the season's going to start before you know it, man. We're going to blink again, and they're going to be playing baseball for 100 games. So, let's
with this squad, see, last year 89 games, missed out on the playoffs by 1 game. I feel like almost adding Corbin Burns adds the expectations to almost be at 100 wins with the Dodgers.
Yeah, neck and neck. That's the expectation.
I would never take a Diamondbacks team to win over 100 games.
I wonder what it would be.
Just being a fan, it just doesn't seem realistic, When's the last time the Diamondbacks won 100 games?
Oh.
I don't think ever.
When's the last time the Diamondbacks won 100 games in an MLB season? 99.
I was gonna say
and it literally was exactly 100. That's great.
Dang.
That's funny as hell. The next most was the year before. That was a really good team. 97. Oh wait, no. Actually, never mind. I read their losses from the year before. They won 65 games and then won 100 the year afterward. That's crazy. Did they
But no,
get Luis Gonzalez or something? Like,
I want to know what the bet would be this year to put like $10 on the Diamondbacks to win 100 games.
you would have to go to Bovada for a weird bet like that. They're probably the only book I could think of that would have something like weird like that. But it would probably be like fucking plus 100,000.
Or Diamondbacks World Series champions.
That's probably not as high. That's probably
Nah.
that's probably reasonable.
Yeah,
If
I
we
have to
made
go
it
find that bet. Diamondbacks to win 100 games with
right,
that
I would love that
rotation.
bet. I don't know if we
Yeah.
would do it. I don't know if I'd place my money on that, but actually, I know I wouldn't. I would go with the under for sure. It's just hard to win 100 games, dude.
Oh, for real. Especially
That's
with
so many fucking games.
not to mention how the game of baseball just takes it out of you, and then trying to go through
I
160.
feel like $10 will win you $1,000 off that bet.
That's
Oh,
probably one of those type of bets for sure. It's worth
Yeah.
doing if the odds are like that. It's definitely worth doing.
I might.
Yeah.
I know what I'm saying. It
I
does
hate to I
sound
hate to promote
intriguing.
Bovada, but they're probably the only people crazy enough to put some shit like that up. They have crazy bets on Bovada, man.
They even do WWE shit, dude.
Yeah. They're like, it's like
I
what?
know it.
How?
I
Okay,
won $10 off a Royal Rumble winner off that shit like 3
That's
years
nuts,
ago.
yo.
bet on the next guy to leave AEW and jump to WWE.
That's so funny. You can bet on fucking the next head of the table and shit.
Oh shit.
Holy cow.
Oh,
So other than that, I mean, what do we ask? Anything else for the Diamondbacks?
just other than excitement, and then waiting for them to freaking sign a relief pitcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. They need some relief. They at least they know that now. I think they seem to be pretty good about building a good team, though. They've been really bang on with a lot of these acquisitions lately. So let's
Oh,
see.
100%. Like, it's nice to actually see Kendrick committed to actually keeping a really good team together for a change.
Right, I'm like, man, they kind of got a squad. I thought we lost a lot, and I look, I'm like, we really didn't really lose that much. And if we
Like,
show up our pitching, then we're gonna be way better. If we can not give up 7 runs, in certain beginning of the game, he's getting shelled right out of the first 3 innings. So, okay, the game's over.
or better yet, how many games did we lose last year where we were up by like 6, 7 runs?
Seawald.
That's what I'm saying. We can't let them. We can't let runs just not maybe not like at the very beginning or whatever, but we just can't let them score all them damn runs because the way our offense is playing, we can beat anybody if we just limit them to 2-3 runs.
Oh,
We can beat anybody. Because we were just putting up such crazy. We had the most runs in baseball last year and didn't even make the playoffs.
because you have the worst pitching staff in baseball.
100%. And the worst pitching staff with some of the best pitchers, which is man,
Well, I was
just
gonna say,
Diamondbacks shit.
freaking. I'm sorry, like, oh, Jordan Montgomery turned into the freaking Michelin Man last year.
So bad, bro.
Freaking
So
just
bad.
owned.
Well, it seems like they realize their sins and they're attempting to carry Madame Zeroni up the hill this year. So hopefully she finally gets to the top and the curse is lifted. And we can enjoy some Arizona sports championships, man. Oh my god, that'd be so nice just to win a championship, dude. Oh
Yeah.
It's
okay,
your
Steve
dispo
Jobs.
order.
Oh, answer the phone.
That's not me.
It's not me.
I mean, it's not me. I only have one iPhone and I'm using it to record this
Bro,
podcast.
my phone was not ringing. Nobody in my house's phone was ringing.
Dude, we just had a ghost on fAnaticZ. Okay.
Yeah, we had a phantom iPhone because
We had a fan Tom.
I was about to say it's Damien's dispo order.
that's so funny. No, my
I know I gotta
dispo
go in
order.
that too.
Luckily for me, the dispo was 5 minutes down the road, so
Oh, for the guys.
it won't
Just
be
5 minutes down the road.
That's so funny. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you got to drive like an hour.
No.
That's
Well,
trash.
this dispo I go to closes at 8, but I got to do some dashing first. So like I have to go to the dispo that's 20 minutes more further that closes at 10, like a normal ass dispo. So,
Fuck these weekend games then.
huh?
Weekend games. Football.
Just trying to get into it.
Pick'ems.
Weekend football pick'ems. All right,
Oh yeah,
let's pull up the
we got to go over
schedule.
the episodes.
We'll go over what?
Oh, the episodes for the winner.
Oh yeah. We'll do that. We'll do that next time.
We
I'll,
got that.
I'll start. I'll start doing it. I'll start doing it. Maybe tonight or tomorrow because I was waiting on someone to respond to me and with an order of how we were gonna do things. Like we could all help and pitch in and do it all together. But
I was gonna say we can split it in threes.
yeah, we could. I was saying I was trying to see like how you want to do that. But I can start because obviously that's been the biggest problem is starting. So we'll start. But let's see about these playoff games. Saturday the 18th, which is what 2 days from now, we got the Texans going into Arrowhead. Sheesh, that's going to be a big task for them. Obviously, I'm taking the Chiefs. I just can't see. I don't. I try to make every path I could for the Texans. Just not there for me. What about you, Dill?
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I don't even know what the line was. I was gonna include the whatever pick, but I don't even have it up right now.
I just have the games. I don't have this other odds.
Oh yeah, I'm going Chiefs.
As much as I want to take the Texans, they're at Arrowhead. The Chiefs all year found a way to pull anything out of their butt when they look absolutely defeated. CJ Stroud has lost a lot of weapons. I hope they make it a game. I hope I'm surprised, but I feel like Kansas City's going to win a close one.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a game where Kansas City looks like they're gonna lose and then they just randomly win it. That's definitely what's gonna happen. It's just how they win games. Nutty.
But
The
I would,
next one is in Detroit. This is near and dear and close to home for Frankie this week, or yeah, this week. And the Commanders and Jaden Daniels go in there and take a L to the Detroit Lions. If the Detroit Lions lose this game, it's real bad for them. So I think they pull it together and pull it off. Jaden Daniel and Cliff Kingsbury, they've impressed enough this year. They can chill out a little bit now. Frankie?
yeah, no, you said it exactly it. Like, there's no way Detroit should lose this game. Their offense has been absolutely amazing all year. They're getting some of their defensive players back. And unfortunately, if I was a Lions fan, I would work this weekend. But I'm not, and I can't wear Cardinal stuff. So we're still going with the Lions, though.
I mean, it's doable for the Commanders. The Lions do have a lot of injuries, but the Commanders are literally gonna have to highly more likely gonna have to score every drive like they've done before
Right.
earlier in the season. But can they do that? We don't know.
Not only that, but
So give me the Lions.
I'm tired of people talking about how, oh, hey, we fucked up by getting Cliff. It's like he's an offensive coordinator. Detroit's gonna make them look like they haven't looked all year. So
I
I
love
yeah,
feel like that
it.
game's gonna go over. Like
You
it
think
could.
so?
So
That's a good. I like that. And the next one we got is in Philly. It's the Matt Stafford and the Rams who are super hot right now, going into Philly to face the overloaded Saquon Barkley led Philadelphia Eagles. I am actually going to take a swing here, and I'm going to go with Matthew Stafford and the Rams. Um, they're just hot right now, and Philly's got this weird funk about them. I don't trust them. They could very well win this game. Honestly, in the back of my heart, I think Philly might win this game, but I just don't trust them. I trust Matthew Stafford to get it done, and that Rams defense is kind of underrated, man. So that's what I'm gonna rock with. Dylan, what about you?
this is very tough. Um, for some reason, Sean McVay, like with the exception of this season, like he activates the switch in the postseason. I don't know what it is. He's just a postseason coach. If he makes it there, he just fucking flips the switch. You got Sirianni, though, that can collapse at any given time. But Philly's also hot right now. I don't know. I feel like the safer bet's to go Philly on this one. I feel
I
like they
feel
just
you.
not. I feel like LA is. They don't have enough pieces to fully like they did that year
Yeah, that's
when they
why I
won the
said
Super
I'm gonna
Bowl.
take a swing. Yeah, because it's
Yeah, I'm
been
gonna
for
go
sure.
Philly on this one. But I do see why you went with Rams though. McVay's a good coach in the playoffs, so
See, here's the thing. Most people are going to think the difference is going to be whether if Saquon can be stopped or not. I think the difference in the Eagles winning this game or not is going to be whether than if Jalen Hurts throws over 200 yards. If he throws under, Philadelphia loses. If he goes over, I think they win because like Jalen Hurts either throws 100 yards or he throws 300. You just never know.
Facts.
I like the way Sean McVay, as Dylan does in the playoffs. He gets stuff done. And
that was
yeah, I'm going with the Rams too because Sean McVay gets things done in the playoffs and Stafford is a baller.
All
you guys
right,
feeling that
awesome.
empathy for that fire. I see.
Last one is my favorite one to talk about. This is the toughest one to pick. This one is in Buffalo, and it's
Oh,
Baltimore Ravens going in to face Josh Allen and the Bills. The Ravens are. I said this was tough to pick, but I'm honestly going to pick it very easily. I'm going to pick the Ravens to win, and I don't think it should be a good. I don't think it should be a close game. I think the Ravens should really beat the Bills soundly. They have a way better team. All the Bills have is Josh Allen, pretty much. So I'd be surprised if it was another thriller. But at the end of the day, playoff Josh Allen, it'll be closer than I think. But I'm confidently taking the Ravens. What about you, Dale?
I, I feel like it's gonna be another year. This kind of game right here, where you're gonna see Josh Allen miserable as fuck, wanting to take a few shots of whiskey on the sidelines with the other team celebrating. I feel like Ravens is gonna come out last minute with the win here. And it's like you feel bad for Josh. He lost Stephon. He was super close with Stephon Diggs, but he got himself Amari Cooper. But gonna fall close again. I feel like so. Ravens' run game's too good.
It's great.
So
Whew. You guys, this is going to be a really good, honestly, probably the best game of the weekend, in my opinion. Just because you have basically the main MVP candidates, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, facing off. Derrick Henry, who's a absolutely insane runner. Cook doesn't give us enough credit, but he's a good runner. Oh, I want Lamar to win a ring, but also at the same time, I feel like this is the year Josh Allen gets over the hump and the Bills are going to take down the Ravens.
I like it.
They're going to be out Zay Flowers, I believe, so there's going to be a heavy dose of Mark Andrews, and they're probably going to double him up.
I like it. I think that's good. What were you about to say, Dylan?
no, none.
Yeah, so that's the playoff games for Saturday. I don't want to really go any further. Oh, the Suns are smashing the Wizards. 62-44. That's what we need to see from the Suns, man. I mean, seriously, that's what we got to see. We got to. I'm the game I'm performing at. The Wizards are playing too, so I hope they keep the same energy for the game I'm playing with.
By the way,
That's a great way to end the show.
if you guys don't know, Damien is playing for the Suns.
Yeah, doing my performance January 25th. If you're watching this and you're in Arizona, come show up. The performance starts at 6 p.m. If you do like what you're seeing here, though, on the podcast, please follow us on our social medias. We do have merch, too, as well in the description. So please subscribe, comment, tell your friends. And, again, subscribe. We need it.
All Arizona, give us tips, give us laughs, anything, whatever. We just love to have fun.
Yeah, and if you disagree with any of the takes or you got any of your own stuff you want to add, please feel free to comment it. We love hearing from you guys.
And we welcome anybody who would love to advertise or be a potential sponsor.